Hi everybody. You know, the last time we spoke, I was doing a video on this guitar, which is a 1966 Telecaster, and it just came in. This guitar just came in too, and this is a 1956 Les Paul Jr. So you guys all know that they made the regular gold top Les Paul in '52, and then right after that they needed other models. So they made a custom, and they made a special, which had 2 pickups, and then they made the lowly Junior, which wasn't really a student guitar as much as a price point guitar, keeping it just a flat, one-sheet mahogany, big mahogany neck, and 1 P90 pickup. These have gone on to be kind of legendary because of the simplicity and just the tone of having this one-sheet body. Now remember too, back in the day, you're using wood that is Honduran mahogany, that's from trees that are 300, 400, sometimes 700-year-old trees. A one-sheet mahogany neck goes all the way up, no laminating anything onto this, and this is the finest wood they could find at the time, and that wood is gone. So 90% of the Honduran mahogany trees that were around in this era are gone. And then a really nice thick piece of Brazilian rosewood, that does affect the tone. All of this wood by itself, this guitar, it's like a drum. It just rings, it sings. Whatever you put into it, it'll put out. These are quite versatile guitars. All you have to do is see Keith Richards on stage and you see that he turns the guitar down a bit. A little more. Now I'm playing right now through a Carr Telstar, which sounds a lot like a Tweed amplifier, kind of Marshall-y, and it's got pretty simple controls on it like an old Tweed amp does. Of course, if you turn it up, these are a blast. They're a thing that also rises in value too. They always have. We were talking the other day when Willie's first opened 30 years ago. I remember tagging one of these at $800 and people were like, that is crazy for one of those. And they just keep going up 10% a year. Now the interesting thing about this is the color. And you can see this is kind of a 3-tone sunburst. This guitar was sold as original not that many years ago, but it is a factory respray. And if you look at the back, it's kind of walnut, but it's really more of a cherry red. So this guitar is all original. Original pots, original cap. It has original knobs, original bridge, pickup, plastics. I don't know if the frets are original, but I think they are. Original tuners, nothing's been broken. And let's see if we can see on the back of the headstock, if we can get the camera in there and see that double serial number. Do you see that in there kind of? You can kind of see a double serial number. And the interesting thing is this is a great lesson for you out there looking at guitars. It looks like a Gibson finish. It's lacquer. It's sinking into the wood. And it was done a long time ago. This wasn't done in the last 20 years. I couldn't even begin to guess, but I would guess that this being a 56 Les Paul, that at some point in the early 60s, they added this fabulous third color. Instead of being your regular brown to yellow, it's brown, red to yellow, in this case kind of cherry finished. And factory finishes too tend to come up on the fingerboard like that too, and you can see that kind of cherry red on the dots. And that's a thing that you at home can look at, and you can see the finish as it comes up on the fingerboard will generally go over the dots and will color those dots whatever color it is. So a clean but factory refinished Les Paul, and I'm going to play this really quick again, and then I'm going to play that Telly, and you can hear kind of the difference between the two. This is fat, furry, lightweight, and a really good investment grade guitar, the likes of which you just can't find. Yes, you can buy a Les Paul Jr., but it's not made of old Honduran mahogany. It doesn't have a Brazilian board. Yes, that makes a difference. The old magnets, the old metals, the old pots. Now, real quick, I'll do the Telly. You can kind of hear the difference between the two. Me, I'm more of a Telly guy because a Telly has a little more crispness to it. Same controls, same volume. You can hear that brightness. Maybe years of playing in front of amplifiers, I've lost some of my high end. Crisper finish to the notes, a little more detail, a little more enunciation. You can hear every note of the chord, where the Junior tends to be fat, furry, powerful, and sometimes overpowering in its tone, but really both are extremely versatile guitars. We're proud to have them both. This 56 factory refin Les Paul Jr. and this 1966 refinished ash-bodied Telecaster, both are dreamy guitars, truly. Okay, y'all come in, call us, make an appointment.